Hello and good evening everybody and welcome along to the channel. We are here with WWR for their round 4 season 6 race, and we are here at the Circuit of Americas in Austin, Texas. This track is 5.513 kilometers long, or if you prefer that in miles, that is 3.43 miles. We've got 20 corners here with 2 DRS zones. That is one after turn 11 down the back straight going down into turn 12, and the other is on the start finish straight from the final corner of turn 20 up to turn 1. The tyres we're going to be using is the C4 soft tyre, C3 mediums and the C2 hard compound tyres. It's quite a abrasive track this is, with the very quick and twisting sector 1 section, so could expect this possibly even maybe even see a couple of soft hard runners out there. Most likely we will be seeing the hard tyres. Right now we're going to go on to the drivers' standings. Onsu is sitting on top right now with 72 points, has won every race there is, the main race that is. I think the only one he hasn't won, I think that was the Sprint Grand Prix last weekend out. King James sits in second on 56 points. ARL in third on 45 points. Fourth for Nike on 32 points, and we've got Ash Tube, the reserve, on 31 points. Schofies on 22 in sixth, and seventh is Lewis on 17. 1 point behind in eighth is Fake Scouser on 16, and 1 point behind that is XD F1 Pro. Then after that we've got Kashan on 10 points, Jay is on 8. Kadoy is on 6, then we've got Archie on 4, Buckles in 14th on 3 points, 2 points for Chuck Norris, 1 for Kaelin, and Thatcher's down in 16th and 17th. And Angry Davey, Dirty Taffy, the Johnny Damon, Codkiller Shoei, Demon King, Jack Vaughan, Steve, Dodo, and Trucker all have no points up to now. So let's get a look, we'll see all the tyres. Of course, it is just going to be since there's only 13 drivers right now, this is just a normal, technically like a practice session for a lot of the drivers out there, since it is Q1. So you will see, such as the Ferrari of DRL Jake, putting on the intermediate tyres. So we will be seeing a little bit of that. We'll go and check if anyone has fired anything into the chat. All those that have joined, welcome along. If you're watching this live, or whether you be watching this later on, still welcome along. If you do enjoy the content, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. If you do enjoy hearing more of my annoying voice, you could easily hit that subscribe button, and that will help out the channel a bit. Now, where was I going to go? There we go. So, going to go on to the constructors' standings after round 3. 72 points for McLaren. So Onsu is solely the McLaren point scorer right now. Hoping Trucker could maybe throw some on that. We'll see. Haas are sitting 2 points behind on 70 points. So we've got Uncle Lando in the Haas today, and we're unsure if the other Haas is going to be here. Also, reserve drivers altogether are 49 points. Ferrari are on 43 points, in fourth. Alpine are in fifth on 38 points. Racing Bulls are on 28. Seventh place for Williams right now on 10 points. Mercedes on 9 points. Then we've got Red Bull and Aston Martin on 9 in 9th and 10th on 1 point, and Silver is the only team who is yet to score a point. Now, let's have a look. So just got a little bit of read the Discord chat there, and just got a little bit of insider info there. A little bit of telling us the weather in the race is likely to be a bit wet. We've got ARL who's sitting in the Ferrari, on the route lap right now in the chats, and hello and welcome along. I'm glad that you are listening along while racing. Right now we're just watching Dirty Taffy, who's under a bit of unfortunate circumstances on a controller this evening, as their steering wheel did unfortunately give out on them and broke. I feel that pain, and trying to go back to using the controller again, oh, it's absolutely heartbreaking. So I could totally understand that pain. Happened to myself about 18 months ago, and I've not raced since. But you see Angry Davey putting in the first time 135.361. Dirty Taffy 138.171. Not too bad for jumping back in on the controller again. It does take quite a bit of adjusting, so we'll see how he's going to go. Oh, Thatcher's goes even quicker there with a 135.307, but Onsu smashes it out of the water, 132.682. And I think it's clear to say that he's safely going to be getting through to the next stage of qualifying. I think everyone is. Unless you're Lance Stroll, in which case, yeah, I'd be surprised if you were able to even get to the starting grid. So we've got King James on the way, so he should be able to get in a few moments. That's awesome. We'll see who else is meant to be here. Yep, the buckles on. So hopefully everyone else could get joined in real quick, and we could see some more cars hitting the track. So let's see, Ash Tube unfortunately invalidated their lap time. We'll see ARL just coming up to turn 12 right now. Hard braking. Oh, and locks up big time there. Maybe got a bit shocked hearing his own name on the stream there, maybe. But here he is, just coming in, and he's going a bit taking it slow. He's went off on the on his ERS. We'll see Uncle Lando in the Haas right now, been doing quite well for the Haas team. Well, the Haas team has been doing quite well, should I say. We're seeing how well they will be able to do. Currently sitting on 70 points, just behind the McLarens, which are on 72 points entirely by Onsu at the moment, who's took 3 straight wins and a 4th place in the sprint race last week. Out to see Uncle Lando putting in a 133.872. 1.2 seconds off of Onsu, possibly taking it a bit slower. And you shush. There we go. I sometimes forget about that. Last Tube there coming in at turn 15. Done a good showing out last week to see if they've got what it takes to get another good result. But unfortunately invalidated. Kadoy just doing a steady laps, came in and just retired the car. That'll be a bit of a shocker if other drivers do end up joining and end up setting in faster times, because just as we say that, King James has joined and is now in their car in the Racing Bulls. Oh, and there we go, we're up to 15 now, so we've got Fake Scouser in also. So we'll see how Ash Tube gets on. They are on a lap this time. DRS is open all the way down to turn 12. We've seen crazy oranges happen here in last year's season. Oh, nice one. Took a big chunk out of that apex there, almost cutting that entire corner off there. Nicely done. Still keeping it within track limits nicely. Around turn 15 we could possibly see some little dive bombs happening down the inside of there coming into the race. Especially if it's raining, it will be nice and easy to do that, I would think. Could give some people a nice shock into the final corner. Comes the Aston Martin of Astube. And it goes P2, 133.325. Go on with Trucker right now. Let's see how they're coming into turn 15 now. Nicely does it around the triple right-hander of 16, 17 and 18. And then you've just got two more corners to go, 19 and 20. And it's across the line. We'll see how Trucker is going to fare right now. Got a bit quicker on a 134 anyway. Yep, definitely. It goes P2. 133.045. Nice time there from Trucker. Dirty Taffy retiring from the session, deciding to save some tyres, it seems. I mean, if two more people were to join, Dirty Taffy will be at risk, but if not, then we'll see how things are going to stand. Whether King James or Fake Scouser are able to get out of the pits or not with them joining late, as I do remember before there was some issues regarding driving on track and it would glitch the lobby out and everything if you went through the next stage of qualifying or something. That was in previous games. Unsure if it's been fixed or not yet, as well, we do know EA's history with bugs and such. They just never seem to get them right, to be honest, and it's just weird. Right now we're on board with Lewis in the Alpine, coming around the final corner. The time is the Alpine going to be capable of 134.195. So that puts them into 6th place on the medium tyres. Who is up next? We've got Chuck Norris. Whereabouts they're just coming around at turn 15 now. They're just taking it nice and easy as things go right now. 6 minutes and 40 seconds from now will be the checkered flag for Q1. So Chuck Norris 146.827 there, just taking it nice and easy. Now on their proper lap, coming through sector 1 there. These corners come up thick and fast in sector 1. Bit of a wobble there as they were coming around turn 7 there. Nicely does it now down into sector 2. We've got turn 11 right here. Big lock up there on the inside. Buckles retired from the session. That'll be in the pit lane. Yep, nicely does it. Wonder if we'll be able to get a little bit of a tow there from the car ahead. Is he? Nope, not unfortunately. That is a Ferrari. I think that's going to be the Ferrari of ARL, who's actually went quickest to 132.679. 0.03 of a second quicker than Onsu. Nicely done there from ARL. And if you're listening to this now, and nice time there. See if you've got what it takes to take that into the main race and the main qualifying sessions that are still to come. Chuck Norris coming into turn 19 now. And the final corner nicely does it. And to the line goes P7 at 134.578. Nice time there. on the soft compound tyres. So see the RL's into the pit lane now. As Tube is on a slow lap, so is Lewis. It seems Chuck Norris just doing the laps up to now, it seems. So not anyone on a lap as things stand. There, folks, there we've got Angry Davey. He's just starting their lap, coming up to turn one. You can tell you could brake quite late here with it being uphill, and you're fighting with the gravity there, and yeah, the car slows down a lot quicker through the twist and tight sections and turn. Oh, don't put it into the wall. Oh, that would have definitely made an Angry Davey there. You've got reverse gear. There we go. You found that reverse gear nicely there. Let's hope he keeps it out of the barriers. No damage on that Williams. Nope, none at all. Nicely done. Only damage is to a little bit of pride and ego. And we've seen drivers all start to retire now. Got Fake Scouser and King James both trying to just set laps, and King James has fluffed theirs up right now and hasn't validated, struggling on them intermediate tyres in this dry weather. Not very often you see that. You'll only really see that during a practice qualifying session, but you may actually need them for the race depending on how heavy the weather is going to be come the main race. And I think a few drivers may have actually forgot about that. We've seen any activity in the pit lane? Nope, doesn't look like it. Goes to the line. Does improve, but not enough to move up any positions. Angry Davey hasn't validated their lap time, and so is King James. Fake Scouser's just taking it nice and easy, just trying to get that lap complete. We'll go on board with King James and we'll be able to see both of the RBs there. Fake Scouser across the line. 137.557. Nicely does it. King James only one to set a lap right now. Currently sitting second in the driver's standings. Playing it smart or not realised something, we'll see. RL and Ash Tube still sitting in the pit lane and won't be coming out for the next for a lap before the end as time is up. Got Lewis just away to come into the pits. Angry Davey, I think, just using this as a practice session still. Knows he's going to get through, so just taking a set of tyres and just going nuts with them. Got a yellow flag in sector 1. But unusual. I think that may have been Lewis just coming into the pits and retiring. See Angry Davey coming across the line to finish that lap. Taking it nice and easy. Now trying not to wear out too much of them tyres. Fake Scouser just coming around turn 19 there. Going right off track, letting King James past. King James coming across the line, keeping it within the white lines, comes across at 136.954. Now just waiting on Angry Davey to come back around. He's currently in just at the end of sector 1, just giving the sector 2 there, and then we will be finished with Q1. So we've got Kashan just joining us now. We'll see if he could get into the next stage, so he could pick his car at the very least. Hopefully he could get in just in time before this moves on to the next session. So there we go, folks. That is the end of Q1. We've seen ARL get the fastest lap, 132.679. Onsu doing a one and done, a 132.682, 3 thousandths of a second difference between the pair of them. We've got Ashtube in third place, fourth for Trucker, Uncle Lando in fifth, sixth for Lewis. Then we've got Chuck Norris in seventh, Jake in eighth, ninth for Thatchers. Then we've got Angry Davey in 10th, 11th for Buckle, King James 12th, 13th for Dirty Taffy, Fake Scouser in 14th and 15th for Kadoy. Kashan, they're just joining. Hopefully they manage to get in to the lobby in time and pick their car. If not, I think they'll end up going into a random one for the rest, maybe. But they will be starting in P16. So now moving on to Q2. This is where the excitement is going to start properly building from here. As you see, there will be 15 drivers, 5 will be getting eliminated, and the top 10 will be moving on to a 12-minute shootout for that pole position, plus for that 28 lap race that is to come. So Q2 has started, the 15-minute timer is started. We'll get some data up here for everybody. Most likely everybody is going to be on the soft compound tires for these laps. There we go, we're seeing drivers hitting the track already, and I think that's a Mercedes of Kadoy, who put in the slowest time earlier on, 1:49.5 I think it was, but we'll see if he could change that in Q2. Of course, did just take a nice and easy lap since he knew he was going to be through. So one done and just sat in the pits. Oh, I just realised actually Uncle Lando is going to be the first one to settle up, my mistake. So Uncle Lando, first driver that is to settle up, getting that left-hand side nice and toasty. Going to need nice and toasty tyres for Sector 1 anyway. Get them up to the optimum temperature zone. A bit of a wheel spin there on the exit of turn 20 before starting the lap. That's definitely going to affect a little come the end. Uphill braking into turn 1. Big lock up there on the inside. Definitely would have hindered them a little around turn 2 to come. And then here comes the twisty section of Sector 1. Turns 3, 4, 5. And then we got 6 here. And then there is 7. We're at the end of Sector 1. And at the start of Sector 2 we've got 8 and 9. And then we've just got a little kink here of turn 10. Downhill into turn 11 here. We've got hard braking. There's practically a hairpin corner here. Stayed quite a way off the apex there. And because of that, you ended up invalidating their time, unfortunately. So Uncle Lando going to have to give up on that time. We're going to go down to Kodoy, who's going to be the next car coming along that section of road. Down the back straight there between turns 11, coming down into 12. And nicely does it there. Could have took quite a bit more off the apex, but choosing stability over aggressiveness right now. All you need to do is make sure you are able to get into that top 10. Coming around at turn 15 now. And, need to take it easy on the exit or you would have ended up invalidating that lap time. That has definitely hindered them quite a bit around at turn 19. And we've got turn 20, the final corner, to come up. And we'll go, and he's invalidated again, pushing a bit too much on the limits there. We've got a Ferrari of Jake, 132.109. Got Onsu at 132.655. Oh, that's on the mediums also, so bit of a competition there. We've got Thatcher's coming across 134.909. Angry Davey, 135 flat. Trucker, 133.077. And Dirty Taffy putting 136.179. Going further down, let's see who is going to be up next. It's going to be Lewis on the medium compound tyres coming around at turn 20. Using that battery, 135.205. Good enough for 6th place as things stand at the moment. We've got the Aston Martin of Astube, who's unfortunately invalidated their lap time. Chuck Norris, though, coming around the final corner, 134.126. Puts him into 4th place. As the standings are right now. We've got ARL, who's most likely listening in, and let's see if he's going to get a good time enough to get into Q3. Across the line, and he does, 132.264. The Ferraris are definitely up there with Onsu here. So McLarens and Ferraris, it's like being back in the early 2000s again, where it was McLaren and Ferrari constantly battling out. Godoy unfortunately got a broken front wing. Did unfortunately miss that. Let's see, Uncle Lando did invalidate their first time. Let's see how they're going to do it. Coming around the final corner now. Could have got handed an invalidation on the penultimate corner, but didn't. Uncle Lando, 135.030. Good enough for 7th place. We're going to move further down. Astube and Buckle still not set a time. Only drivers out on track at the moment. I think Astube's just getting their tyres up to temperature again. So sorry about that there, folks. We'll sit with Buckle, who's just coming around the final corner now. Going to be a 134.857. Nicely done. So that was going to be a bit further back there, and halfway misjudged that there. Nicely does it there for Buckle, getting that 6th position. We're going to move further down to Ashtube, who's just coming into turn 11 right now. Only driver to set a lap, who's out on track right now. Although, just to say that, King James and Kadoy come back out. Jake puts in an even faster time, 134.173. Wow. Let's see what Onsu's got to say about that. As we've seen, Onsu in the past has been absolutely insanely quick, and we'll see if he's going to be able to continue that here in Texas. And Ashtube puts in the time of 133.163, quicker than their teammate of Chuck Norris by about 6-7 tenths there. Going board with King James right now. Here is on a lap, just coming through sector 1. So King James doing it quite nicely up to now, keeping it within the track limits around turn 12, and now we've got 13 and turn 14 right now. Got an Aston Martin coming across there, that's Chuck Norris coming into the pit lane. King James around the triple right-hander into turn 19 now. One corner remaining. Let's see where King James is going to be able to place that RB. 132.061. Slams that right in between both of the Ferraris. Nice time on Sue on an out lap right now. We'll come back with them in a minute. Thatcher's on a lap. See Angry Davies just ahead of Onsu right now on their flying lap. Currently in the drop zone with just under 5 minutes left to go. They're going to be able to improve. Yes, they can. A 134.514. 100th of a second quicker than Thatcher's there. Now we're going to go on to Onsu and see what a possible pole position time is going to look like. Of course, this is in Q2 right now, so pole position won't be decided as things stand just yet. Just need to be within that top 10 and not get eliminated. Now through the tight and twisting sections, all practically one lane traffic, racing line all the way through there. Now into sector 2 for turns 8 and 9. And then a little kink left-hander of turn 10, not technically a corner really, in these grippy Formula 1 cars that are almost like they're on rails. Now out of turn 11 nicely, smidgen of wheel spin there, but manages to keep it under control, not losing too much time coming down into turn 11. Heavy on the brakes just before that 100-metre board. Hooks it in quite nicely, using up the track as much as possible and extending over the curbs into turns 12, 13, 14 and now into 15. Nicely does it. You got that little dip there, you got to be careful not to put the power on too early there, or the tail end will end up overtaking the front of the car round the triple right-hander nicely into turn 9, getting a bit of a outwash from the Red Bull ahead, and that is not going to be on. We'll need to find out who that is. Still manages to get within second place, and I think that could have been first place there. I think that was Dirty Taffy there. So you won't be particularly happy with Dirty Taffy, but he understands that Dirty Taffy is still switching over, but still should have got out of the way. But all things considered, everything is all good. Oh, fake Scouser on a lap. One driver who has not set a time as things stand, and their teammate right now, King James, is sitting in third place. Let's see what the fake Scouser's going to be able to do for the RB team. Welcome along all those who are watching right now. Great to have you with us. Checking to see if my chat is working. It seems to be. Alright. So, fake Scouser now coming down at the back straight. We'll look back and we can see that Orlen sign pointing up to the sky before he slams on the brakes there just after that 150 metre board and hooks it into turn 12 nicely. Turn 13, and then we've got 14 right here, and we've got the long turn 15 here, where 15 is considered right there. There we go, and into that dip and back out. We've seen a good few years ago, remember, Max Verstappen actually getting a penalty for overtaking there in the past, and actually ended up going and cutting the corner a little. And it was an absolutely beautiful cool down room scene, I will say. Third place, just right ahead of his teammate, 32.007. Nicely does it. We'll go further down to see where Uncle Lando is in sector 1. We'll build Buckle, who is currently in the drop zone right now. So Buckle on their lap right now, just coming out at turn 12. They could be facing the elimination from qualifying. Ones who will is Thatcher's is definitely going to be out in Q2. Chuck Norris threading the needle a little, 133.894. That is the time to beat in order to get into the next stage of qualifying. Buckle hooking it in to turn 19 nicely there into the final corner. Want to try and get as much throttle as possible on the exit, and just not enough, unfortunately. Half a second off of Chuck Norris there, and I don't think he's got enough to go again. We've got Lewis coming around at turn 12. We're going to go and check who else is about. Got Uncle Lando coming into turn 19 there. They're not on a lap, they're just coming to the end. Astube on a lap. Trucker not thinking he's safe right now. Let's see who is going to be up next. Bucco's still trying to get through to the next stage of qualifying, but he's not got a lot of battery left, so it's going to be a tough one. Lewis coming out the final corner now is up on his time by over a second. He just manages to make it through there by a couple of tenths of a second and gets that 10th place. We'll see if Bucco or Angry Davey has got anything that they could say about it, as Angry Davey just comes around turn 12 with Bucco is fast approaching. There we go, just coming around turn 12. Angry Davey coming into 15. We can see just in the background the Mercedes of Bucco, who's currently sitting in 12th place right now. Just about 2 tenths separate the pair of them. Yeah, just under 2 tenths between Angry Davey and Bucco. Angry Davey coming into the final corner now. Let's see what time they're going to be able to get. It's not going to be good enough. It's 133.864. Is Buckle going to be able to beat that? I don't think they did. I think they couldn't beat their own time, unfortunately. They managed to get 13th place. So that's a bit unfortunate there for Buckle not managing to get into the next stage of qualifying. So Jake there getting the fastest lap of 131.173. Nicely done there. Onsu in second place of 131.606. Then we've got Fake Scouser in third. Fourth for King James. Ashtube in fifth. Sixth for ARL. Then we've got Trucker in seventh. 8th for Kadoy, Uncle Lando in 9th, 10th for Lewis. They will be moving on to the next stage of qualifying. The ones who will not is Angry Davey, who will be starting in 11th, 12th for Chuck Norris, Buckle in 13th, 14th for Thatchers, and Dirty Taffy in 15th. And they will all be starting in their respective positions between 11th and 15th. Now, moving on to the final qualifying session, where we're going to be having a 12-minute session to determine who's going to be the driver sitting the closest to turn 1 at the start of this race. Got Uncle Lando saying, alright lad, welcome along to the channel. Congrats on getting into Q3. Nice time there. See if you've got what it takes. Do you think you could get a pole position here or get a front row? Would be good to hear. Now we're just waiting to see a McLaren, a Ferrari, an Alpine. Both McLarens actually are out on the track. So we'll see how things are going to go for them. Fake Scouser hitting the track also. So Onsu is going to be the first driver that is going to settle up. We'll see how that is going to form for the McLaren team. Just behind them is the Alpine of Lewis, I think that is. Then the Ferrari of, is that ARL? Yep, then it's Trucker just behind that, with the Aston Martin of Ashtube. No chance, I hate this track, I'm happy with P10. I feel you, I get you, but here you never know. I mean, honestly, I've had some wild races in the past, somehow at Hungary. Just luck and starting in P16 and managed to win the thing. It was unexpected, so you never know. Wherever you may start, it's, as Murray Walker once said, anything can happen in motor racing, and it usually does. So we'll see how things go. You never know. Onsu though, just coming around the penultimate corner, getting ready to start their lap. Getting that into the right engine mode there. Getting into hot lap, extending out quite nicely there. Keeping the car out nice and wide and trying to make it as linear as possible going into the braking zone of turn 1. Light braking, you barely need to touch the brakes going in there. Now into turn 2, nicely does it. 3, 4, 5, and big turn 6 here. Almost 90 degree left here of turn 7, then 8 and 9, and then into 10. Nicely does it there for the McLaren, proving why he is at the top of the drivers' standings right now, but we can still possibly see that all change, considering I think it's Fake Scouser that's on 56 points right now. So there's still a bit of a difference there, and he's extended out too wide. That's a bit unfortunate. So has invalidated their lap time by going off the track. Let's see how Lewis is going to be able to handle it in that Alpine coming into turn 15. They will take provisional pole position if they could get this across the line without track limits. I do know that here is insane. I remember one time seeing an IndyCar them extended right out wide off the track, or what we would consider the track in IndyCar, and I'm like, what the hell? Keep it within track limits. What's the point of a track then? ARL putting in at first place 131 at .936. Nicely done there, Ashtube 132.008. Lewis putting a 133.316 and the Trucker 133.328. We're seeing the times all come ramping in right now. We're seeing King James putting a 131.743 1:31.63, and with Fake Scouser a 1:31.624. Nicely does it, Uncle Lando. Let's see how they're going to be doing coming into turn 12. And 13 quite nicely there. Bit of a slip there on the exit of turn 15. It is quite a dangerous corner. Got to try and keep it going. Make sure not to get that slip, as it is easy to end up mishandling and it just going all haywire. 6th place, a 1:32.496. We've got Jake, who's getting a bit of a tow, it seems, from the car ahead. And that was from an RB. Was that Fake Scouser? No, that was King James giving Jake a bit of a tow there. That was unexpected. Rivals, fair enough if it was a Red Bull who's giving the tow to, but it's a Ferrari. It's a bit unusual. Anyway, let's see how things are going to go. Got Dirty Taffy. Oh, Dirty Taffy joining back in the session. Wonder what happened there. Hopefully we'll find out. Jake coming around the final corner. Time they're going to be at 1:30.546. Jeezy peeps. I didn't think we were going to be getting into the 1:30s here tonight, but well, here we are. We'll see Onsu, who's going to be the next one to start a lap, it seems. Uncle Lando just trying to get back to the pits. ARL is on their lap right now. See how Onsu is going to be able to do. Big slip up there coming around turn 6 there was. Nicely does it though. Around turn 15, let's see how Onsu is going to be able to do. It's not going to be a 1:30, I don't think. I think it's going to be a 1:31.7 possibly, but we'll see how things are going to go into the final corner. He's actually making quite good on his time. It's going to be a 1:31.379. Puts him into second place. That is a good position for now, but let's see if we can get back around into the garage quickly and could possibly get in and get on a lap time again. ARL struggling here to try and get back to the pits. If he gets in quickly, he could get back out and possibly have time to set another lap. We'll see if that is if he is going to be able to get time to get back out again, because you need at least 2 minutes, I think. At very least 2 minutes 15, I think it is roughly, to get back out if you're leaving your garage, depending on where it is. Of course, down at the start for the Ferrari team, of course. Let's see who is going to be next. Got Uncle Lando on a lap, so we'll sit and watch Uncle Lando here and see what they are capable of. So let's see Uncle Lando coming down into turn 12 now. 13 there, nicely does it. Got to be careful on the brakes there. Don't want to end up locking up and going wide, especially that corner. Yellow flag in sector 1. I think that was a Ferrari just moving out of the way. Let's see Uncle Lando coming across the line now. 132.091. Just not enough to move up any positions as things stand just yet. We'll try and get the next car that is going to be up. It's going to be King James, but Fake Scouser is on a lap right now. We'll watch Trucker, who's on a lap, currently sitting in P10. 133.328 is the time. Coming down into turn 12, this is going to be their final lap time. So let's see, Trucker coming into turn 19, he's used up all his deployment. That is not good. He's not going to get the little jump, the little boost that he needs coming out of the final corner. So we're going to be a 132.426. Does improve on their time, but only enough to move up one place, and Lewis is out on a lap right now. And we could see them moving up further. There's that Fake Scouser just coming across, 131.624, good enough for third place right now. We're going to move further down and see Uncle Lando not on a lap right now. King James currently sitting in fourth position as things stand. Onsu decided not to come back out. 131.379 is good enough for them. Looks like Jake could actually get this pole position here off of Onsu. But we'll see if King James or Kadoy or anyone else who is still yet to settle up can snatch it away. Uncle Lando has retired from the session, that's in the pit lane, so all safe. King James getting a little bit of a whip there on the exit. It's not going to be good enough for P1, it's going to be good enough for P3 though. Does end up overtaking their teammate. We'll have a look and see Jake's just coming around at turn 19 there. And now around at turn 20, Lewis doesn't end up improving to 130.420. And Jake there nicely does it, getting even a better time there. Almost a whole second quicker than Onsu. Let's see, ARL taking the IndyCar line. And unfortunately, this isn't IndyCar, so that time is discounted. We've got Ashtube, who's deciding to come into the pits, unfortunately, not managing to do a good time, and Trucker just coming to the line to finish their lap. So there we go. There we have it, folks. That is the end of qualifying. Yeah, so saying Uncle Lando, they're doing better than he thought. Yep, so starting in 8th place there for you. You've got Jake, who is going to be sitting at the front row. Absolutely smashed on Sue there with almost a whole second quicker than the McLaren. And then we've got King James and the Fake Scouser, the RBs there, filling in third and fourth on the second row. ARL and Kadoy in fifth and sixth. They will line up on the third row. Fourth row for Ashtube and Uncle Lando for seventh and eighth. And Trucker and Lewis will line up on the fifth row in ninth and 10th. Now we're going to be having a short little break for 5 minutes before the session does end up getting underway again. So stay tuned and we will be with you in a few short moments. So here we go, folks. That's us getting ready to get underway again, I think. I think we're just waiting for... there we go. That's it. We've got the lights coming down now, and we've got the 5 red lights all the way, and that's us getting going again. We've got Lewis up a couple of places. We've got a few drivers making a terrible getaway there and falling right back down. Jake locking up, going into turn 1 on Sue's right on his tail here. Don't think Onsu's going to be letting that stand there, but we'll see how things are going to go. We've got the Mercedes Cudley there doing nicely. We'll get the tyres up right now. We'll see majority of the top 5 all on the medium compound tyres. Hards for ARL. We'll see how well he's going to be able to keep up with the rest of the pack at Ashtube right behind on the medium tyres. Oh, we've got Lewis being threatened by Uncle Lando there. Uncle Lando giving his all to try and get up the inside there of Lewis there, but not happening. Oh, and Dirty Taffy causes a big collision. I think he forgot he's got a left pedal there and ends up smacking into the side of a few drivers there. I think that's definitely going to be a penalty. We'll see how this is going to stand right now. This is going to be a tight one, I think, between Dirty Taffy and going into Trucker there, but still managing to keep it all nice there, but all over the place, unfortunately. This is a bit chaotic here. He's up 4 places right now and is holding up the pack nicely there. A few drivers are actually kind of scared to go. Oh, that was a bit cheeky there from Dirty Taffy there, trying to push him out wide there and keep him out there, but he's struggling with the... and Chuck Norris has been spun around, but Thatcher's, I think they've got a broken front wing also, so the Red Bulls not being their day at all. Both Red Bulls got damage, so this is going to end up being a double stack. I'm actually quite surprised that Dirty Taffy has not pit just yet to get that front wing changed. We see Angry Davey is definitely going to be angry having that front wing damage as well, and he's going to have to try and cope with it. It's been terrible going through that, and you could see drivers falling right down and falling back due to all of this, but we see the top 6 are all still quite close, top 7 almost. ARL's just fell back a little bit from the pack. I'll go and get the chat box up just now and we'll see if anyone is firing any messages in. We see the strategies at the bottom there. It's not saying a medium, soft, hard will do, but we'll soon find out. We did end up getting some information that the rain will be coming in the race. When that will happen, we will soon find out. We'll go back up to the battle for the front, and the DRS will be engaging now. Going down into turn 1 for the first time. We won't have got it in on the start at the end of lap 1. But we'll get it now, so there we go. We see that flicking open Onsu getting the fastest lap time. And is he going to be firing up the inside? Nope, he's going to be staying behind, taking it nice and easy just now. We're going to move further back and see if there is going to be any other overtakes. As things stand right now, we see Lewis has unfortunately left the session. Hopefully they could get back in. Tucker got a bit of a fright there, it seemed. Going to move further down. Dirty Taffy's into the pits. Thatcher's stays out. I'm actually quite surprised that some of these drivers not going in for a pit stop just yet. I mean, Thatcher's still struggling around with that broken front wing. Got an excellent camera shot from the helicopter here, but we would like a better camera shot from up closer. Oh, that was a big lock up there from Lewis. Yep, it's missing that end plate there is Thatcher's. Oh no, that must have been Kashan, a big lock up there. Going further up, we see Angry Davey trying to fire up the outside of Trucker there, going into turn 12, but has unfortunately not got the stopping power needed to pull that back, to slow the car down. We're going to move further up there. Oh, we see Jake going out wide. Onsu just taking it nice and easy, just waiting for that opportunity. Nothing too much right now, just keeping it nice and steady, not going for that move just yet. And he's actually lifting off the throttle a bit early. You can actually hear the engine toning down before he starts braking, and that's definitely signalling he just wants to stay behind, not wanting to fight just yet. He's just choosing his moment, picking when to pounce on that P1 position. We'll go to tyres right now. We'll see Dirty Taffy's went on the soft compound tyres to try and make up some of that ground he's lost. We'll see if that is going to be the right decision. Oh, a little bit of a tap up the rear for tapping Jake up the rear there from Onsu. It looks like he's ready to make that commitment to get past it nice and easy. Now Onsu up into the lead of the Grand Prix. First time here tonight for Onsu to be up in the lead. Not the first time this season though. Let's keep an eye on the championship leader right now. We've got Chuck Norris and Buckle swapping places here. Is Chuck Norris going to be able to come back with a late break-in? Nope, doesn't look like it. We've got a yellow flag in sector 3. Unsure what happened there. Uncle Lando's been overtaken by Trucker. We're going to move it further back up the field and see, is Jake going to try anything? It doesn't look like that as things stand right now. We've just started at lap 5 out of 28 laps here. Top 4 are all still within DRS opening, what's the word? DRS window. Jeezy peeps. Going to move further down. See, Lewis has actually fell right down to 15th place. Hopefully Lewis could get back in. We'll see if he is. That would be good. And give me just one moment, folks. I'm just going to have to pause the stream just for a moment and try and get Lewis in. There we go. I think I've just sent Lewis an invite. I'll see if that works. Hopefully Lewis could get back in. Yep, he does nicely. So I'm really sorry about that, folks. Just because of all that, we've ended up missing Onsu actually falling. What? Oh, Onsu's disconnected as well. Do I have Onsu here? No, I don't, unfortunately. So I can't get Onsu back in. So he's hopefully he can get back in soon. Angry Davies into the pits. Sorry about that, folks. I'm just trying to sort out some technical issues as Onsu is unfortunately lagged out. So hopefully he could get back in and get back up there. He's lost a lot of ground as things stand right now, about 6 seconds worth of ground. Right now, close battle here for 11th place between Thatcher's Buckle and Chuck Norris. On board with Chuck Norris right now. Can he get an overtake done on Thatcher's? He's trying to stick to the outside line. And let's see, is he going to manage to get it past Thatcher's? Yes, he does. Nicely does it. Let's see, is he going to go for it again here? Oh, getting a bit ambitious there with Chuck Norris. And dove right up the inside at turn 13. And that was unfortunately unlucky. Turn 13 for Chuck Norris. And Onsu is back in. Nicely done. Glad Onsu could get back into the lobby. Go up to ARL, who's right close to the back of Onsu, and ghosts through him. looks like Jake is taking this opportunity in order to pull away from the rest of the pack. It's actually took quite a big chunk there, but the DRS has managed to close that all back down. Anyone watching along, if you haven't subscribed already, it does go a long way, so help brother out by throwing in a little subscribe, and if you're enjoying the video, add a thumbs up button there. We're seeing that Chuck Norris and Thatcher's battling out here yet again, and it looks like Chuck Norris and Lewis is joining the battle. He's getting kind of squeezed in here, and it looks like he's actually doing a little bump draft there on Thatcher's. And is Lewis going to be able to throw it up the inside? Nope, he's not going to be able to. Chuck Norris doing excellent driving there in order to box Lewis in and make him a little bit of a victim of his own demise there by staying behind Thatcher's. Nicely does it. It's actually getting quite tense here, this battle here. Let's see if Chuck Norris can keep Lewis behind going up into turn 1. I know Thatcher's won't be able to keep with the cars coming through sector 1, but maybe on the straights he can. That is the only thing. But Thatcher's jumping into the pits now, thinking now is the time to get in and get them tyres changed. Now Chuck Norris is going to be the vulnerable one without the DRS. And looking on from Lewis. Lewis is closing that gap nice and steady again. This is the battle for 12th position. Going to move further up with Onsu getting back into the session. He's got ARL in his sights and he's going to be pushing hard to get back up there. He's quite a big gap there. We've got Dirty Taffy who's retired in the pit lane and has unfortunately gave up. Of course, it is very difficult going from a controller, from a wheel to a controller. Yes, it's difficult, I will say. It's not the best, and trying to get back to using the controller again is very, very hard. Lewis just managing to get past Chuck Norris there. That was going down into turn 12. Nicely does it with the DRS. Fake Scouser is into the pit lane and will drop back quite a bit. Onsu gaining on ARL here within half a second now. Now up into 6th place with Fake Scouser jumping into the pit lane. We'll see where Fake Scouser is going to end up coming out. And they're going to come out ahead of Kashan, yep, by quite a considerable gap there. Nicely does it. Uncle Lando sitting in 8th place right behind the McLaren of Trucker. Is he going to go for a move going down into turn 12? That is the question. Right now, what we'll do though is we'll go further up. King James not looking like he's going for a move just yet. Onsu though is going for that move, and it looks like, yep, that rear wing of the Ferrari is staying closed shut. And looking at it, the Ferrari is the one who's fell back. The McLaren moving up into 5th position. ARL is going to have to just wait this out and see, could possibly end up causing Ashtube or Kadoy to cause a mistake. We'll see if that is going to be the case in the future laps. Of course, that is the best thing ARL could do right now, is just wait patiently, trying to stay with this little group and use them tyres up as much as possible. Going to move up to King James right now. He's still sticking quite close to the back of Jake. I think they're trying to create a bit of a gap to Onsu, make sure that they are well out of the way for any times where tyre changes do end up happening. Onsu right up the back of Ashtube and Kadoy here. He's just wanting to get past. You can tell him he's just itching to get past, but he knows it's going to be a bit of a detriment if he goes and tries to get past right now. Now is the best opportunity because you get both these drivers in one fell swoop. Taking the slipstream, moving out, right out wide. Is he going to try and thread the needle? Nope, he's not. He's just taking one at a time here with Godoy. The Ferrari taking a bit of a lunge there, coming down with ARL to try and offset Godoy, but Godoy unfazed by that. Uncle Lando and Trucker and Fake Scouse are still all quite close together, and Uncle Lando and Trucker side by side coming around turn 13 and 14, and Uncle Lando is going to have to yield that inside to Trucker, who gets around there nicely, and now Fake Scouser is going to be going around the inside of turn 16 and 17 there nicely, does it? So Uncle Lando falling down at 2 positions there, but unfortunately, you can see Fake Scouser getting up and getting past the Ferrari, the McLaren here, easily done with the DRS enabled. You got Godoy right on the back of Onsu, still this battle for 3rd place right now. There's a 12.1 second gap to 2nd place right now, so almost 13 seconds to 1st place. Buckle getting the 3-second time penalty, the 3rd person to get a penalty here tonight, and he's got plenty of them, so it's not exactly rare. Onsu getting sort of sandwiched there between Ashtube and Godoy, and actually almost loses a few places, and and he just gets past in the nick of time. Safety car is out. That was absolutely perfection there for Onsu, starting on the medium tyres. Now will pit for the hard compound tyres. I'm expecting everyone else who is already on the hard compound tyres to take that switch. Fake Scouser has unfortunately lost out quite a bit, will end up dropping down, probably still be behind Onsu come the end. So King James and Jake are both in. We'll see if Onsu, what they're going to do. Most likely going to be hard tyres on. Sky is all nice and blue up there. Oh, I've seen that. Godoy trying a little special there, but you end up getting a 10-second time penalty for that. Naughty, naughty. So Bucko has left the session, but unfortunate there. But coming back out, Onsu is in 4th. Fake Scouser just managed to tip him and get up there by a few seconds, but still nicely done. Onsu did end up losing a few places due to that disconnect, but we'll see how he can recover from this. So we're about to go on to lap 13. I think we're going to be getting underway at the end of this lap. We'll soon see Kadoy getting a 10-second penalty for ignoring a yellow flag. That is not going to be a happy Mercedes team. Jumping onto the intermediates. Does he know something we don't? Is it way to start battering it down, or... Kind of confused there. So I think he's going to be trying to get rid of this 10-second penalty, which is a smart move, because there may be another safety car, and then that would end up buggering them up quite a bit. We'll see how things are going to stand, if this is going to be the correct strategy to do. Not seeing anyone in the pit lane at all. Thatcher's continued on around. And I think we're going to be getting ready to get going here. So there we go, we've got the race control saying that the safety car is in this lap. It's going to be the Ferrari of Jake, who's going to be assuming the role of this safety car as things stand for the next couple of corners. So when is Jake going to decide to go? He's coming up to the penultimate corner now. You can see the safety car just ahead there. When is Jake going to decide to go? He's went now, coming out of the final corner, and we are back underway for green flag conditions. Moving further down, doesn't look like anyone's managing to get a good enough start to get a jump going into turn one. Kadoy staying out is on the intermediates. That is unusual. I'm unsure as to why he is on the intermediate tyres. Everyone else is on the dry tyres, so... And there's a Mercedes fishtailing all over the place. I'm not going to lie, a bit confused about this one. He's got a 3-second time penalty because of that, unfortunately. But these things do end up happening. Got ARL, who's on the medium tyres now. Could get an excellent launch on Ash Tube coming out of turn 11, which he does. And moves up into 5th place. Is it going to be nice and easy for the Ferrari? Yes, it is. But hold on, is Aston Martin going to come back? No, they cannot. ARL is going to manage to hold out on that 5th position as things stand right now. Jake starting to pull a gap on 2nd and 3rd place right now, so Onsu's going to need to try and get past these RBs as quick as possible. Oh, Uncle Lando all over the place there, playing ping pong with the Alpines. Trying to push them out wide there, and it does work with Kashan. Lewis here is the one behind and is going on the attack. Let's see if the Alpine of Lewis can get past the Haas. It seems like Kashan's almost going to be trying to go for a move also. Intermediate tyres still on that car of Kadoy. And he's still actually managing to keep up with the rest of the field, so it was a bit surprising to be honest. But he still managed to keep up so well. We've got Uncle Lando and Lewis battling out here. Is going into turn 3 here. They're side by side through sector 1. That is never a good sign. And it's always a case of who's going to break first. And unfortunately, none of them did. and I think Lewis actually ended up getting a warning because of that. He has already got a penalty, so he's going to have to try and be careful with that. Fake Scouser not got the DRS over Onsu here. So that's a bit unfortunate, and you can see Onsu just steaming up there, absolutely incredible. And past Onsu, goes up into third place there. That was incredible, the speed that he went in it. You see the RB trying to get past there, but unfortunately had no way of getting past. Doing nicely there is that McLaren. 1.3 seconds the gap to the next car ahead. Go down to Uncle Handle, Chuck Norris and the Alpines here, all still close together. Angry Davies right at the back of that pack also. 1.5 seconds, or 1.6 seconds now for Kadoy back. Why is he still on them intermediates? I can see the clouds coming in now, but I think it's going to be another few laps before anything does end up happening. He's just going to end up having to pit again for another set of intermediates if it does end up raining. So, unsure as to what is going on there. Did end up getting information about it's meant to be wet during the race at some point, but right now it's been bone dry, typical like the Texas desert really. It's bone dry right now, so we'll see if the heavens will open up in due course. Right now we're going to move up to Trucker right now, who's on the medium tyres. On the hard tyres, up against Ashtube, who's also on the hard tyres. DRS is in effect for Trucker. Let's see if he's going to be able to get past. We see Fake Scouser getting past Onsu there and moving back up into third place. DRS proving to be a big help. And everything just went insanely quiet there for some reason. Let's see, keeping it on the inside, nice and tight there for Trucker. Nicely does it. Thatcher's has retired from the session, and we've got another safety car here, folks. Can we see some people actually pitting for the medium compound tyres now? Let's see, Jake stays out. What about James? Stays out. Scouser stays out. Onsu stays out. ARL jumping into the pits. Trucker and Ashtube stay out. Lewis and Kashan both stay out also. Kadoy coming in, definitely. I'm surprised I've not seen anyone hit that pit exit thing, because pit entry wall is something that I've done a few times in the past, and busted up my front wing just as I'm about to go into the pits. Let's see, is this going to be a front wing change? Nope, nice and easy. Soft tyres on. Oh. Let's see if he's going to be able to use them. So we've had 3 retirees up to now. From 16 down to 13 now. A few drivers with penalties, and that's what I said. This track usually does end up making full use of the penalty system. You got a penalty and it really will affect you here. I've seen times in the past where people have finished on track down in, say, 9th and ended up managing to get a podium somehow with everyone ahead of them having penalties. So it can happen, you never know, especially at this track with it being so open. It really draws you in to be able to push to the absolute limits. I think another one is Paul Ricard is another track that is like that. It really does end up drawing you in and gives you that optical illusion that you could push with everything you've got, but you always end up forgetting you've got to keep it within them white lines also. Either that or stewards will end up slapping you with penalties left, right and centre. So now I think we're going to be having, I think this will be the last lap of safety car, and we'll have 10 laps of racing starting from lap 19. We'll see how that is going to end up standing though. Godoy jumping into the pits again. Another set of softs. Nope, set of mediums. Nice. No, a set of hards. Oh. Unusual. At least now we'll be able to catch back up to the field anyway. Not have to worry about the tyres. So there we go, we've got that message from race control to tell us that the safety car is in at the end of this lap. Jake going to be taking over the role of safety car yet again in sector 3. So top 6 on the hard compound tyres, old hards, oldest hards are fake Scousers on 9 lap old, 6 lap old for the rest of the hard runners on the field besides Godoy, who's on 1 lap old hards, ARL on 1 lap old mediums, and Lewis and Kashan are both on 6 lap old mediums. Whether they could do them to the end, that is the question. We will soon find out. Again, if you're watching right now and you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel a lot. And if you're enjoying this content, leave a like on the video, and that lets me know that you guys are enjoying this content. Jake now on the way. Can he get this win here in WWR at round 4 here? Walk up going into turn 1. He drove an excellent race up and been quite lucky as well in terms of a main competitor being up against him who disconnected, being on Sue. So a bit of a luck fell into his lap there, but that doesn't take away from his drivability here tonight. He's been absolutely incredible. Oh, looked like gas tube was going for it there. Not flinging it up the inside though, as I would have suspected. But then again, DRS has not been enabled just yet, so he's not able to get that extra boost that is needed on Trucker. Let's move it up to the front here. Looking on at King James, did he manage to get DRS? No, he didn't, but he did get a better exit out of turn 20 than what Jake did, so King James doing quite nicely, getting back within that DRS window. Chuck Norris and Godoy battling it out here, and it looks like Godoy's going around the outside at turn 2. Number 88 of that Mercedes takes that line nicely there and moves up into 11th position. Can he get up there and get further up? As things stand right now, he can get further up. All he needs to do is just stick with the Alpines up ahead, who have both got 3-second time penalties. Right now he's trying to get past ARL here, getting a better exit there out of the back straight. Seemed he shifted up a bit too early there, but he's switching it to the inside here. Oh, but no, he couldn't make that move stick, unfortunately. Trying to get past, fling it up the inside any which way he can, and it doesn't look like the Kadoi has got what it takes to get into 10th. And it did say that we could see a dive happening going down into turn 15, and we've just seen it happen there with Kadoi. Absolutely incredible move there to get that 10th position. Up next is going to be ARL. Going to move further up right now. Fake Scouser's been overtaken by Onsu for that podium position. Now Onsu is chasing down the other RB of King James, who's got that second place that he so desperately wants, so he can attack Jake with all he has got. 1.7 seconds the gap there as they were coming into turn 2. Got Trucker and Astube swapping places. Trucker getting that 5th place and keeping it. Nicely done. Going to move further up with Onsu, who has got that DRS. Using that battery, we just see King James moving to the left-hand side to almost let Onsu past, which was the intelligent thing to do. Astube and Trucker swapping positions. Astube now up into 5th place. You see these cars are battling out like crazy with one another, all within a second, all the way from 5th all the way down to 11. Sorry. And you see Kadoi trying to throw up the inside the turn 15 again. Unfortunately, wasn't able to carry as much momentum, but he's trying to carry it around the outside. It's not going to work though. Around this triple right-hander, it's a bit too much of a right-hander regarding 3 right-handers. In order to get it around the outside, you really need to carry so much more speed. We'll see if he's got what it takes though to move up at any moment. Welcome along those who are joining the channel. We're right on board with Kadoi, who's got a brilliant view of ARL trying to attack Kashan here, going out wide on the exit of turn 1. Kadoi's doing whatever he can. We've got a yellow flag in sector 3. That's Angry Davey, who's retired in the pit lane, but unfortunate there. Angry Davey has decided to hang the gloves up right now. Only a few laps left to go. Oh, and I forgot to see that Onsu's actually managed to move up into 2nd place. This battle here is just quite crazy to be said, at least here. Onsu looking to close that gap now, though. 1.6 seconds. Not when he's got King James for company. Oh, and look at that, the pace that ARL is coming in at. Coming up the outside, getting pushed and squeezed out wide. Kadoi, what is Kadoi going to be able to do? They're going to have that nice line to try and take up the inside, but that Ferrari keeping it in nice and tight there and not allowing Kadoi up. Kadoi throwing it up the inside of turn 15, the interlock wheels there. Big Lewis getting a 3-second time penalty for extending track limits. That puts their track limits up to 6 seconds worth of penalties right now. We're on lap 23, or about to go on lap 23 with some of these drivers. And we're going to move up to Onsu as things stand right now. Not going to be able to make an impact right now. Astube and Trucker. Is Astube going to fire up the inside? No, he's not. Kashan does do it on Lewis though, going up into turn 1. And Lewis looking for that switch back. Nope, not going to be able to get that, but Kashan getting a little bit sketchy on the outside curb of turn 1. Quite a bit of wheel spin there. Definitely would have hindered them a lot, and that'll be with them old tyres that they have on. Kadoi getting a penalty. Another 3 seconds worth. Same with Trucker. We're going to look at the penalty situation. Lewis on 6 seconds worth of penalties. Trucker on 3 seconds. That's his first penalty there. That's a bit unfortunate. Could end up dropping down quite a bit. Onsu now getting past and up into second place yet again. Jake, can he hold off? 1.5 seconds is the gap now. Switching back and forth between 1.6 and 1.7 roughly. Trucker and Astube swapping places. Lewis going for that 7th place, but ends up going ultimately wide at the exit of turn 12. We'll see how that is going to stand right now. Godoy doing that classic, flinging up the inside of turn 15. He's catching everybody unawares there. That is absolutely spectacular. Back up and is now into 9th place right now. ARL and Uncle Lando battling out here. Is this going to go to the final corner here? Nope, not just yet. Now we're just moved on to lap 24. I got anything left right now? Doesn't look like it. Astube being overtaken by Trucker, and these two are battling out tooth and nail. Chuck Norris is retired from the Grand Prix. That's a bit unfortunate to see that Chuck Norris has in fact retired from this round. But looking at King James right now, still keeping within that DRS window. Fake Scousers unfortunately fell out 2 seconds worth. Oh, King James and Onsu just switching places yet again. Back and forth they go. Astube, oh! Broken front wing for the McLaren. That end plate went flying off. You can see it in the background there. And you can see that end plate is off on Trucker's car. Hopefully he's able to still keep with it. He's got 3 seconds worth of penalties, so you may only lose 1 place depending on the gap between Godoy, ARL and Lewis behind them. Godoy thought going for that move could end up looking like it was going to be a tripping hazard. Doing a switchback here, nicely does it, but is he going to end up getting that DRS function? Oh, that was a bit naughty there from Godoy on Lewis too, which I wasn't expecting to. Oh, what happened there? What the? Godoy just went into the wall. I'm trying to see if there was any contact or that made. Unless he just got spooked by a car up the side of him. So safety car on a final lap almost. Are we going to see anybody pitting for soft tyres? I'm going to try and see if what's going to happen. This was quite unexpected. So safety car again at the last attempt here. Can we see people pitting for the soft tyres? Are they going to risk it? I think it may be worth it. It's worth a go. (13 lap old hards / 16 lap old hards against fresh softs. It's a no-brainer there, but Jake stays out. Does he know he jumps into the pits? James is in also. Let's see, Onsu coming into the pits also. Fake Scouser stays out. And we've got rain. We've got rain falling. Oh, what is going to happen? Is it going to be inters? Jake taking that risk of going on the intermediate. So is Onsu and King James. Everybody's opting for the intermediate tyres. That is surprising. See what's Trucker opting for intermediates as well. Uncle Lando intermediates. Yep, everyone's opting for the intermediate strategy, and we could see the rain is falling. Oh, is DRS going to be enabled this time? This is one thing I want to know. So Fake Scouser, the only driver on a set of dry tyres. This could either work really, really well in his favour or really, really poorly. And I think it's going to be the latter. I think this is going to be very poor as we see droplets are falling on the camera lens. And yeah, it's. I think this is going to be a tough one. So I think that's the safety car in this lap. So we're going to be getting 2 laps of racing. If we're going to end up getting any DRS, we're going to get 1 serve of DRS on the final lap. We'll find out soon. So let's see when this Fake Scouser going to go. It's going to be right out the final corner, I think. Is he going to come into the pits? Nope, he's staying out. He's trying to risk it here. This is going to be either an excellent move here from Fake Scouser or the biggest mistake. Let's see what the case is going to be. 4/10 is the gap going into turn 1. We'll see what it's like on the exit. What's going to be the better, grippier tyres as ARL moves up into 5th position. We're going to go back and look at Jake right now. Could be getting, yep, I think it's definitely intermediate tyres. Lewis getting a 3-second time penalty, another one. Unfortunately, see these things happen quite often in wet races. Just end up not being the best. Looking on at Jake, is he going to serve it down the inside at turn 11? Looks like he is. And is it going to succeed? He's trying to hold it out around the outside, but didn't seem to be the case. Jake now up into 1st. Got Onsu here attacking King James. Wait a minute, Fake Scouser's coming back at the Ferrari. What is happening here, folks? Fake Scouser managed to get back past and in front of the Ferrari of Jake going into turn 12, being able to be later on the brakes, but the switchback of Jake managed to kind of negate that. Let's see, is Onsu going to try it up the inside? Yes, he is. He's got them grippier tyres, makes full use of that, and he is going right in barbarian style, trying to get this 1st place off of Jake. Jake is going to be having to defend like absolutely crazy here on this final lap. ARL is got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, but unfortunately their DRS is going to be enabled. It is going to be able to be activated here going into the final lap. We've got rain on track. The intermediate tyres are better, but the DRS has been enabled. Let's see what is going to happen. We're coming through sector 1, turns 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 now. He's just got to stay with Jake here, stay within that 1 second, the window, try and close as much as possible. We come through turns 9, 8 and 9 there, and now coming into 10. You can tell he's getting so desperate now. He's beginning to lose himself with the car. He just needs to focus and get in and hooked up nicely, getting that car rotated perfectly there, getting onto the throttle, using every which bit of power he can, and which he's got more of than Jake, who's been using a bit more. DRS has not been enabled. I think he just lost out there at the closing seconds. We've got King James getting past a Fake Scouser, but I think Onsu's going to have to take a 2nd place on this one. Fake Scouser still trying to battle with his life here, with being on them hard tyres still, and he's still trying to give ARL everything he's got. It's not going to make a difference since both of them will be dropping behind. Ashtube could just sit back easily and just watch these two battle it out right now. But we'll go back up to the front. Jake, who's provided an absolutely excellent Grand Prix here, comes around the corner and takes victory here at the Circuit of Americas, with Onsu close behind in 2nd place. King James manages to clinch that 3rd place with Ashtube in 4th. after some penalties did end up being unfolded. So Kashan doing excellent there and managing to get up there quite nicely. I think it was at 9 or 10 places they managed to get up, so nicely done. He'll go stand on the top step. Finally someone else on the top step other than Onsu. Jake there, nicely done there. Managed to get the pole position and the victory. Didn't manage to get the fastest lap though. That belongs to Onsu, 134.462. Just half a tenth quicker than Jake, actually. So Jake there managing to get the win there and the pole position. Second place went to Onsu. Third to King James there. Ash Tube coming up from 7th and getting that 4th place. Uncle Lando from 8th up into 5th. Then we had ARL in 6th, 7th for Fake Scouser, taking that risk at the end. Didn't really pay off. Kashan in 8th, 9th for Trucker, and Lewis was finished down in 10th. The ones who did not finish the Grand Prix, unfortunately, were Kadoy, Chuck Norris, Angry Davy, Thatchers, Bucko, and Dirty Taffy. So, we're going to move on to the race calendar to see what next week's race is, and it's going to be in Portugal at Portimao. That's going to be next Saturday at 8 p.m. again, same time again next week. So tune back in for that. That'll be an excellent one, I'm going to be guessing. So, and nope, it's not going to be a sprint. The next sprint is in 3 weeks, and that's going to be at Japan. So, next week, Portimao. We'll see. Hopefully it's a bit less chaotic than what it was here tonight. So, if you enjoyed the content, leave a subscribe if you want to see more. Enjoy this video, leave a like, and until next week, it is peace out.